Hey there everybody, Fabian here, and a slot car video. I want to talk to you why I went with the Carrera tracks and the Carrera setup to build my setup. I haven't started yet, but why I chose Carrera over Scalextric. I'm a big Scalextric fan. Scalextric is the name in South Africa that slot cars are recognized by. No matter what the brand is, people refer to it as a Scalextric. The same as what a lot of people in South Africa would refer to a vacuum cleaner as a Hoover. I suppose it's just childhood, what you grew up with. But in any case, I decided not to go for the Scalextrics and I went for Carrera. And nothing wrong with Scalextrics. I like them. But there's some things I just preferred about the Carrera. Please, I don't make notes of what I want to talk about. I wing it. Every time I do a video, I wing it. I don't edit. I post it as it is. If the camera drops, I post it. You see what happens. One of the biggest deciding factors to me, and I know it is maybe a simple thing and it should be the least important thing, but slot cars comes from when we were kids, and little things intrigue us. And when I saw those little brake lights come on when you leave the trigger, the accelerator, that just did it for me. It was cool. I studied electronics, so to me that is wow. Electronics, the brake lights, it's absolutely amazing. Okay, first of all, I wanted to go for a digital track. Let's backtrack. I wanted to go for a digital track, and I wanted to go 132. I don't know if I'd race 124, but I wanted to go 132. The other thing that got me were the actual tracks. I live in East London, South Africa, so it's close to the ocean, and I remember the Scalextric tracks. They used to corrode if you don't clean them, but they used to corrode. I did quite a bit of research, and I found that the contacts on the tracks of the Carrera set are stainless steel. I've heard that they still corrode, but there's less of a chance, especially if you're going to keep it clean. So the tracks, number one, those stainless steel tracks. I'm a technical guy. That says a lot to me. The actual feeling of the structure of the track itself, to me, felt better than the Scalextric. The Scalextric is more flexible, but I want to build a flat track and I want to build an easy to ride track, but a fun track. I didn't want to go for ups and downs and funny things. I want to race, and I want buddies to get together and kids to get together and race. The track looks sturdier. The tracks clip into each other better. They've got these little red clips, and I'm going to do separate videos about all these things later on, where I'm actually going to show you each individual thing in individual videos. But they've got these little red clips that the black clips clip into each other with the tracks, and then they've got these almost secondary clips that you bend a bit and it keeps the track together properly. I remember as a kid how often we used to take the Scalextric tracks and they used to come loose, come apart. The other important thing to me about the tracks was that you can actually put them next to each other much easier with these red clips for a 4-lane track. Not that I would do a 4-lane track, I'm still considering it, but it was an option to be considered. Another thing that got me, but it can be seen as a negative or positive, the tracks are slightly larger. They actually 1:24 scale, but in my honest opinion, a 132 scale car on a Carrera track looks more realistic than on a Scalextric track. Yeah, you may need more space now, but that was important to me. I'm not saying I made the right choices, but I'm going to go with it. You put your foot in, you go for it. The other thing about the Carrera cars that really got me is when you remove the axles, the shafts, the axles, the bushes are actually, it looks like brass, but they're metal. I think it's brass bushes compared to nylon bushes on the Scalextric car. That was another, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the nylon bushes. I'm still a Scalextric fan as well, but that was why I went for the Carrera cars. Then price. The Carrera sets are just so much cheaper in South Africa than the Scalextric sets. And if I say cheaper, I don't mean just the set when you buy it. When you buy a Carrera car or Scalextric car analog, they about the same price, around about between 700 and 1,000 rand, depending on what car you buy. But when you buy digital on the Scalextric car in South Africa, you buy an analog car, and then you still got to spend about 700 rand on the digital chip and install it into the car. So your car for the digital track works out 1,500 to 2,000 rand for a Scalextric car. On the Carrera cars, there's not a huge variety. There wasn't a huge variety when I went and bought them, but you can buy a digital car that's already got the chip installed. A digital chip for Carrera is about 600, run about to 700 rand. Analog car, you're looking at about 700 to 750 rand. Sorry, I'm talking about South African rand. I'm in South Africa, but I'm sure the comparison can be made worldwide, where you could buy a complete digital car with Carrera for about 900 rand to 1,000 rand. With other words, if you take the price of the chip off that car, you're looking at about 200 rand that you're paying for the car. So it's just a no-brainer. That was a no-brainer because I wanted it to be affordable as well. Those were the main reasons. Let me think. Like I said, I don't plan this, I wing it. The build quality. The Carrera cars, when you look at the build quality and the detail in them, in the ones that are available, I'm sorry, Scalextric, I'm a big fan of yours. You need some work. You need some artists over there. The Carrera cars are just absolutely gorgeous. They look like die-cast models that somebody would be collecting to put into their die-cast collection. Never mind racing cars. Then, when we get to the cars of the Carrera, the jewel cases that they come in are just so much more practical than the ones for Scalextrics. At the back of the jewel cases on the Carrera, you open a little flap. They've got a keel in there so that you can use their cars on Scalextric tracks. They've got a extra set or two of brushes. There's a lot of extras there. There's extra mirrors in there. We all know when you put a car on the track, and especially when you're setting it up, what comes off first? The mirrors. They break off. You got an extra set of original mirrors in the right colors, everything, with the Carrera track. And I'm not promoting Carrera here. I haven't been paid by Carrera. I wouldn't mind being a Carrera dealer, because I love slot cars. When I put my mind to something, I put everything to it. But the car is just, it's a better quality car from Carrera. I've read reviews and seen YouTube videos that people are saying that the Scalextric cars are faster, and you know what, for me, I'm not going to put Scalextrics and Carrera cars mixed on a track to race them against each other. They're all going to be Carrera, or they're all going to be Scalextric. It's going to be about fun at the end of the day. I'd like to get buddies. I'm planning on building about a 40-meter track, and then I'd like to get buddies over where each one buys his own car and have like a little club meeting here by my place. And that's the idea. And obviously do YouTube videos and my findings, share it with everybody else out there, because in South Africa I found very, very few reviews about what's available and what can be used. Another thing, I'm speaking under correction, the Carrera track, you just buy the normal Evolution tracks, I think, where I think with the Scalextrics, there was a difference with track. I'm speaking under correction, I might be wrong. But those are the reasons why I chose to go with Carrera instead of Scalextrics. And there's nothing wrong with Scalextrics. Good brand. But for me personally, it was a no-brainer. And I'm saying again, between the digital chip that comes with the vehicle, you don't have to actually buy a separate one and put it on. Which you can. You can buy an analog car and pay the extra money if you want to, if you're looking for a specific car. I've looked overseas and there are lots of Carrera cars available. So I'm hoping those come to South Africa. One thing that I do want to ditch Carrera in South Africa about are the controllers. We only get wired controllers up to now. We want those wireless controllers where Scalextrics has got a track available with 4 cars. I think it's called the Pro Arc Air or something like that, where you actually get wireless controllers. Please, Carrera South Africa, we want those wireless controllers. But please, don't at any stage think that I'm saying Scalextrics is a bad product or Carrera is a bad product. They're both good products. It's personal choice. If you haven't got enough space and you really want to go a long track, maybe the Scalextrics might be a better option because the curves are tighter, the track's narrower. To me, I'm happy with the Carrera. I'm probably going to go with a 6 by 4 meter table. I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't want to rush into it. I first want to build a layout on the floor and see what plays nice, and then build a table around that. But let me stop waffling, and I hope this was helpful for you if you were stuck like me in, do I go Carrera or Scalextrics? And those are the reasons why I went. They might not be applicable to your situation. You might prefer the Scalextrics, and at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun, that's what it's about. And share it, share the fun. But please subscribe, share the video as much as you can. I know I'm new onto this, so yeah, I'm still struggling a bit with the videos and things, but we're getting there. And I'm hoping on making one of the biggest, or creating one of the biggest slot car channels in South Africa. And don't blow my head off and say, ah, you're being vain. That's what I want to do. I'm going to try it with your help. I'll get it there. And at the same time, I want to teach people. I've got a huge background on electronics. I've been an electronic technician for 30 years, and there's a lot I can teach you about that. And if you can teach me something, please put it in the comments below. Tell me in the comments what you want to see. Soon in this week, I'm going to start posting videos where I'm actually going to show you little technical things about tracks, cars, things like it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.